Today's tip is about thinking from future you. It was hard for me to understand this when I first started talking to my coaches. They're like, think from future you. I'm like, what the hell does that mean? Well, we have a perfect example. Let's start looking back to a year ago. A year ago, would you have thought COVID would have happened this year? What would you have told yourself differently if COVID-19 was happening, if you knew COVID-19 was happening? So that gives you an example of the differences between this year and last year. Now I want you to take a moment and think about where you're going. And you've written your vision statement, so look at that vision statement and look at where you're going in the future. Now, you're here right now, and there are times that can be very frustrating. You don't have results, you don't know what's happening next, you don't know what's gonna happen next year, let alone 5 years from now, really. So I'm just saying, imagine your vision statement. Imagine yourself in that spot. And now when you're frustrated or you need some help to figure out things, or you're just like, I don't know what to do next, stop. Think about what future you would tell you to do today. It's a hard concept to get, but it's also a really interesting thing if you take time to do it. So it's a practice like everything else. So take a moment to think what future you would say to you now. In this COVID situation, it's getting really frustrating. We've been in lockdown for months now, or we've been not having our normal life for months now. It's very frustrating. I have people that are depressed, I have people that are frustrated, I have people that are angry, I have people that are reacting differently that I know. And instead of just being in that place, which isn't always the best place to be, think about what it will be like a year from now, or even 2 years from now. By 2 years from now, this is gonna be gone, it's gonna be pretty much back to normal, and we're gonna have our lives back. I know it's hard to imagine, I know it's hard to believe that that's gonna happen, but that doesn't mean it's not going to. So if you start to think and get frustrated at this point right now, think about what it's gonna be in 2 years. When you're back going to movies every afternoon, or to the concerts, or hanging with your friends, or whatever you did that you really miss. So stop for a minute, don't hold on to the depression. Think about future you, and she will tell you what to do. That's today's tip. Leslie King, empowering you to live your best life.